Good evening. Former CNN anchor turned independent journalist Don Lemon has pleaded not guilty to federal civil rights charges connected to his coverage of an anti-ICE protest at a church in Minnesota. Lemon appeared in federal court Friday but did not speak to reporters as he entered. Later, in a statement, he said he will not be intimidated by what he described as the Trump administration's attempt to punish him for doing his job. Lemon insists he was at the Southern Baptist Church in St. Paul as a journalist, live streaming the protest, not participating in it. The protest happened on January 18th when demonstrators interrupted a church service chanting, "ICE out and justice for Renee Good." Good was a 37-year-old mother of three who was fatally shot by an ICE officer in Minneapolis just days before the demonstration. A federal grand jury indicted Lemon on charges of conspiracy and interfering with congregants' constitutional right to freely exercise their religion. If convicted, the charges could carry penalties of up to 1 year in prison and a fine of up to $10,000. Prosecutors say 9 people have been charged under the 1994 Freedom of Access to Clinic Entrances Act, a law that prohibits interference or intimidation at places of worship. 4 others pleaded not guilty alongside Lemon, including civil rights attorney Nikema Levy-Armstrong. 2 more defendants, including journalist Georgia Fort, are scheduled for arraignment next week. Lemon's attorney says the case raises serious First Amendment concerns and is pushing for the return of Lemon's phone, which was seized during his arrest. Prosecutors say the phone remains in Department of Homeland Security custody under a sealed search warrant. Outside the courthouse, protesters gathered chanting, "Protect the press," and criticizing Attorney General Pam Bondi. The National Association of Black Journalists condemned the arrests, calling them part of what it described as a growing effort to criminalize press freedom. Meanwhile, administration officials have strongly criticized the church protest. Attorney General Pam Bondi called it a coordinated attack, and the White House warned that the president will not tolerate what it described as harassment of Christians in places of worship. Lemon says he has spent more than 30 years in journalism and vows to continue reporting. This case is expected to intensify the debate over press freedom, protest rights, and federal immigration enforcement as it moves forward in court. And as this case moves through the courts, we'll be watching every development closely, from the legal arguments over First Amendment protections to the broader debate about protest rights and federal enforcement policies. Stories like this sit at the intersection of press freedom, religious rights, and government authority, and the outcome could have lasting implications far beyond Minnesota. Here on Chris News TV, we're committed to breaking it down clearly, fairly, and factually, so you can stay informed without the noise. If you found this report helpful, make sure you subscribe to Chris News TV and turn on notifications so you don't miss any updates as this story unfolds. I'm Chris, and this is Chris News TV, your trusted source for straight news and real context. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next report.